kind of led to this moment. Diamond Comic distributors and subsidiaries, including Alliance Game Distribution, will be sold to Alliance Entertainment according to a filing in the bankruptcy case today. Although Alliance Entertainment was declared the winner of the day of the bankruptcy auction, Diamond attempted to change the winner to a joint bid from Universal Distribution and WizKids and NECA parent company Ad Populum, which resulted in a lawsuit by Alliance Entertainment last weekend. We await the order from the court, but it appears the decision has been made. So that is, I guess, the final statement from the court. No, in fact, Diamond does not get to back out of the deal and declare somebody else the winner when someone had a clear winning bid. Alliance Entertainment doesn't get to be dicked around in the entire situation. So what we thought was true at the very beginning, Alliance Entertainment now owns essentially all of Diamond.
What up, you guys? Rich, uploading daily until I open up my comic book retail shop. Today's day, I don't know, lost count. But today I want to talk about Diamond Distribution. Ultimately, what was the plan for 2025 with Feral Publication, but how the Diamond Distribution bankruptcy kind of made me shift gears. So this year I had planned and I bought some gear, and it was in the process of making books like this, which I'm still gonna do this. This stuff right here was kind of what I wanted to make and try to see if Diamond would pick it up and just try to get Feral Publication and these underground comics, these counterculture humor comics that we make into just more comic book stores, more comic book shops. Really try to spread that out through distribution through Diamond. And the plan was to do one every 3 months, and then Diamond Distribution went belly up. And now they've been purchased by Alliance Entertainment Holding Company. And the company is a global distributor, wholesaler, specializing in music, movies, video games, electronics, arcades, and collectibles. Recent news indicates that this Alliance Entertainment has won the bid to acquire substantially all assets of Diamond Comic Distributors through a bankruptcy process. These assets include Diamond Comic Distributors, Alliance Game Distributors, no likely coincidence in name, Diamond Select Toys and Collectibles, and Collectible Grading Authority. Alliance Entertainment believes this acquisition will create a distribution powerhouse by combining their existing infrastructure with Diamond's established network in the collectibles ecosystem, reaching over 5,000 retail storefronts. They anticipate cross-selling opportunities between their product lines and customer bases. And that's all facts, right? Because once again, there's a clear intersection between movies, music, all that nerd stuff. And one of the things that I plan to do, because the stock's so cheap, but for AENT, which is Alliance Entertainment Group, it's only $3 a share. And so I'm definitely going to buy it just so I can listen to the calls. So that way I can be kind of ahead of the curve. So that way I know what I can do with Feral Publication. Again, I'm still currently working on what these concepts are going to be. And I've started to kind of put together in my mind the way I want to execute on it. But I haven't gone through and done that yet. But that's going to be something that throughout the days I am going to start to work on. And one of the first things that I'm going to do, one of my first outings, is I want to do like a sketchbook version of it. So in the sense of collecting all my sketchbooks from prior years and just compiling the best sketches that I have into something that's, fun and reasonable to read and to really mail and ship out. And I really got to try to dial in that price point and figure that out, because my thinking is if Alliance Entertainment really is jumping into this, they're going to need new people, right? Because they don't have DC, they don't have Marvel. And anyone that can get a really good price point, I think it's going to be safe to say that Alliance Entertainment is really going to push that out if it benefits them, right, financially. As a new company making such a big purchase as Diamond Distribution, because even though they got Diamond through a bankruptcy, I don't think it was cheap. It must have been very, very expensive. And so they're going to try to recoup that money. And so anyone that can really come in with a product that's good, has value, and is profitable for them, I think they're going to end up coming out ahead. And Feral Publication is probably going to be that company. For me, it was more the definitiveness that Diamond Distribution now has been sold. We know who it's going to be, and knowing who the company that's buying Diamond Distribution is allows us to make decisions that will help us move forward within this reshuffling of the comic book industry. And so for me personally, I think this is actually a really good purchase, and I think that Alliance Entertainment can, if they choose to, do really good things for the comic book industry moving ahead. But what that looks like, no one really knows yet. But like I said, $3 a share, I think that's a low entry point for me to get 1 or 2 stocks in there just to be able to hear the calls and really kind of understand what they're thinking, what they're trying to do, and the moves they're trying to make, and how that relates to what I'm trying to do through Feral Publication. My name is Rich. There will be a link in the show notes to Feral Publication where you guys can go ahead and purchase these underground humor comics that we make. And beyond that, like, what are your thoughts about Alliance Entertainment purchasing Diamond Distribution? What do you think that's going to look like moving forward for the comic book industry? Love to hear what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Lates.